Oh, hi guys. So I want to talk to you a little bit about astrology today. If you don't know astrology, it's a really good tool, and if you've got plenty of time, I reckon you should learn about it. I don't really use it personally on a personal level, but for world events, it's a really good tool. So as you know, the elite tend to use the solstice anyway for a lot of stuff. So from the solstice onwards, I think other things are going to start to happen. But let me tell you a little bit about Jupiter and Pluto. We've already had a massive, an exact conjunction between Jupiter and Pluto. It was towards the end of March. It was literally about a week or 10 days after the exact lockdown here in the UK. And of course, the elite always use it to their advantage. So Jupiter has to do with expansion. It's a planet of luck as well, but it has to do with expansion, expanding things or making things bigger, growing things. And Pluto has to do with regeneration, rebirth, but also death. So of course they use that exact conjunction to pump up the death and say, oh my god, 10,000 people have died. And the media was pumping it up around that time, saying all these people had died to freak people out. And of course, because Jupiter was conjuncting Pluto at the time, making an exact conjunction, it was for them they were laughing because it was a perfect conjunction to use, because when Jupiter is conjuncting Pluto, it can make expand deaths, and even if they're not real deaths, they can expand the lie of it, if you know what I mean. So they used it to their advantage. Now there's going to be a second wave of that one, because Jupiter has started to retrograde not long ago, and it's a faster planet than Pluto. So on June the 23rd, again, Jupiter is going to be conjuncting Pluto, and it's going to last till July 1st. So they could be doing a second wave, again pumping up the numbers of the false COVID-19, which is a complete fucking hoax. Or they could use it maybe for a stage world event again, where it's another psyop, like that psyop that happened at the beginning of the month. With that George Floyd, they used those dates at the beginning of June because Mars had a lot of hard aspects at the time. There is no bad planet that doesn't exist, but they all have their negative and positive sides. And of course, Mars with hard aspects, is easier for people to get violent or to incite violence. So the elite again used that to stage a false death. George Floyd was friends with that guy that they say killed him. They were both porn stars, by the way. It was a complete fucking hoax as well, but it incited violence, and it was perfect timing for the elite because Mars was having really hard aspects with a lot of other planets at the time, a lot of squares on oppositions. So they could use that, to either like between the 23rd and 1st, maybe the 21st even, because it's the solstice anyway. So between the 21st of June till the 1st of July, things are going to happen. Either they're going to create a second false wave, pumping up numbers again, or they could have another stage event where they say a lot of people died and nothing happened. Okay, and then the third conjunction, because Jupiter is still going to be retrograding for a while, and it's going to go forward again. I think around August time, it's going to start going forward, and at some point it's going to reach Pluto again, and so be around the 7th at night, 8th of November until the 13th of November. There's going to be an exact conjunction again between Jupiter and Pluto. I reckon that's probably the one that they're going to have a second wave with the coronavirus, and say that, again, pump up the numbers, or it could be real this time because the fifth generation is being switched on, has already been switched on in a lot of places. It takes about 6 months for people to feel the effect, and for the oxygen to stop sticking to your cells. So you're going to start having your lungs collapsing anyway because of that. So that could be real. This one could be real, as like people could really die, but they could also again pump up the fucking deaths, yeah, even if it's not real. But they can also do that, towards, as I said, the 23rd on to the June till the 1st of July, pump up the deaths again and scare people. That wouldn't be real at that time. That would be definitely psyops, I reckon, unless they start a little bit of a war with Iran and China and have a few real deaths. I don't know. However, astrologically, I've looked at it, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a full-on war, like proper full-on bloody war, until 2023 till about 2026. However, I will post another video below with Santos Bonacci, who's describing as well that this is a time around when we get into Cancer on the solstice this month, Cancer kind of has to do with the stock market and on a lot of other things. They could use it to completely collapse the economy as well. Or something major, anyway, is going to happen, okay, to do along those lines. So anyway, that was just a short video for you to see roughly what's going on in the world right now, because astrology, they always use astrology to do these things, you know. Astrology can be used for good or for evil, and obviously, or for truth, you know, or for lies, which is exactly what they're going to be doing. All right, guys, lots of love. If you want to do a bit more, I'll probably do another video about this as well. I'm going to do maybe a more in-depth one, but it would be a good idea if you watch the video I'm going to post below with Santos Bonacci. All right, lots of love. Bye-bye.